This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Y'all, it's another, what is this, our second episode of the year?
Second episode of 2024.
I will say, people were really nice about our last episode and us getting all like, you know, introspective about our resolutions and goals. It was very sweet.
I know. I feel like you get a little nervous about sincerity on the podcast.
I
and
do.
People are like, we're actually craving this. Can you guys just genuinely tell us what you like and don't like and what you're working on with yourself?
If we hit 7 minutes of sincere chatter, I feel like I need to break out a slide whistle.
No,
And we're just like, what have we done?
Ask Nick, who edits the podcast, to just insert a gentle fart sound.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to get a soundboard like I am a morning DJ.
Yeah.
Anyway, how are you? Are you doing? You're on your tea game, girl.
Tea game. Yes.
You're on your tea game, girl.
Well, people were saying, I said that once in a video, that I'm a tea girl now. And they were like, that's not what it means.
No, what did it mean?
I think it means steroids.
Oh,
It
or
doesn't- no,
testosterone.
Testosterone.
Yeah, it means you're taking tea.
Yeah, and
Okay, that makes
I didn't
sense.
put it together until just now. But I was like, oh, I said something incorrectly. It doesn't surprise me. As long as it's only a reflection of myself, not...
Is this a caffeine or not? Because it's 2:42.
This is a green tea caffeine because
You're crazy.
I'm a little tired today.
I'm incredibly tired today.
Excellent. Let's get excited about let's get worked up about being worn down.
Did you not have sleep, or is it because you just beat cancer?
Who knows these days? Who really knows? I was just making a list of like that this week has been hilariously chaotic for me when I think about it.
Listen, we have a lot to cover in this podcast.
Yeah.
With very little material to cover.
Yeah.
So I haven't brought up the fact that you have a Band-Aid on your head yet.
So, okay, there's a big Band-Aid on my forehead. And this is what was the catalyst for me thinking about, because I had therapy this morning and I was just like on autopilot trying to talk through feelings of just being like, I don't know what I'm feeling right now. And then I was
think
like,
that's reasonable considering.
yeah, that I was like, oh, well, let me just read you this list. And once I wrote it down, I was like, well, no shit. I feel kind of crazy in my brain right now.
This list is what you read to your therapist, or you wrote it down to read to me?
I wrote it down to read to you when I started to be like, oh yeah, this has been a crazy like week.
Yeah.
So Elliot and I went on our first trip overnight out of the house. We haven't been overnight out of the house in 3 months.
Okay.
Which for me is a long, long time.
That is a very long time.
As a kid that was raised with parents divorced and having visitation, I am conditioned to get out of the house every other weekend and go to someone else's house. And so that was, and we can talk about that. That was really, really fun, but also like I was very nervous. It was like I haven't traveled in so long. I'm so used to being in my house with all my creature comforts. What if my body freaks out in any particular way? I need to have every possible side effect medicine nearby just in case.
Which is interesting because, and we'll go back to this one up, but I stayed in a hotel last night in Palm Springs, and more on that later. But I was checking in and didn't have much to do. I had to get dinner with a friend and like hang out and chill. And I was like, oh, it's so weird how little I do this when that used to be like our whole life.
I know. I love hotels. Couldn't tell you the last time I was in a hotel versus an Airbnb versus just down in Palm Springs.
Yeah. Okay, so you went out of town.
Went out of town. Then yesterday, met with my radiologist for the first time because I'm about to start radiation. So I have this whole new phase of chemo or cancer treatment that I'm entering. Before we left the house to meet with the radiologist, I tried to get in our car too fast and I slammed the car door into my forehead.
That's what it is?
Yeah. I literally was.
Oh, no.
Elliot was in the car. I was trying to carry tea and water and snacks and this and that.
Herbal tea, not testosterone.
No, and yes, and I opened the door. I had my sunglasses on, and also I have kept my eyelashes, some of them through this, but I have much less than I normally have.
They look great.
Anytime I move swiftly, the breeze gets in my eyes, and I start tearing up almost immediately. So within about 5 seconds of front door to car door, I was holding all these things. The air got in my eyes. I opened the car door basically into my forehead. And I just like thought it hurt. And then Elliot just goes, "Oh, babe, you're bleeding."
No.
And I was like, "Oh, God." And it's like, I don't know. 8 a.m. in the morning. So that happened.
Jesus.
Which was great. The radiologist was wonderful. Didn't even mention the Band-Aid on my forehead the whole time.
I mean, there are bigger fish to fry if you're going to figure it out, but you're feeling good about all of that.
Feeling really good, but
Okay.
also a little like I have a bunch of appointments to make, and so I'm a little just like scattered about all of it. Then last night I started to have a little bit of a congestion, and I started to panic that I had COVID. So I took a COVID test. That
I'm glad that was the second part of that because I'm like, and so you decided to be in a small contained room with me?
So I wanted to be right here with the heater pumped on. No, I'm totally fine, but I haven't had a head cold. I don't know how long. I've had every other body thing.
Or you have had one. It's just that you had so much other shit going on. You didn't even mention it. Or you didn't even it didn't register because you had.
Well, it's just annoying that I'm like, this is totally manageable compared to what my body's been through. But man, is this annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Then we haven't had working heat for 2 weeks.
Which is crazy. And the fact that it's been cold in LA.
Yeah, and I know that that's like a real pussy thing to say.
No, look.
But it's been chilly. I'm a frail lady with much more minimal hair, so I get chilly very quickly.
Very quickly. And I will say there is a phenomenon. I saw someone tweet about it and I thought, okay, it's not just me. There is a phenomenon in Los Angeles where houses stay so much colder than outdoors.
Yeah.
When it could be 55 outside. Yeah. It's 39 in my house.
That's
with
how it
no
felt.
air. It's crazy. It's like little tombs.
We've just been turning the oven on and then opening the door and trying to sweep heat through the house. We have
my God.
a space heater that we move around, and then we've just been holding the oven door open until it beeps. And then on top of that, my parents just got into town last night.
They did.
So my mom and stepdad are here, who I haven't seen in over a year.
Crazy.
I have lived in completely bizarre lifetimes since I've seen them. So I'm going down. They landed in Palm Springs. They're going to be there for a little bit. And they want to make sure that they didn't bring any COVID.
Yeah,
or
so
any
they're going to
germs.
quarantine and stuff before they see you.
So we're going to see them in a few days. So emotionally, I'm just like,
you're spread thin.
Yeah. And then I also will probably be doing that vibrator brand deal that you did soon.
Get it, bitch.
So it has been a roller coaster of like really great stuff and just like a bit chaotic stuff. So my emotions are, you know how you feel like sometimes so overwhelmed that you just sort of shut down and feel a little numb? Mm-hmm. That's kind of, but it's like a pleasant numb.
So it's like a delightful disassociation.
Yes.
Okay.
I love that. Maybe that would be my drag name.
Oh man, we got to talk Drag Race stuff, but also we might attempt to try a reality episode of this podcast at some point. So I'm like, do we even go there?
I know. We're trying to figure out this second episode so that when we start, we can commit to everything.
Yeah.
But maybe we can say a little something.
Well, just the tiny thing I was going to, because I haven't watched the Drag Race premiere, but I'm going to watch it if we talk about it. Mm-hmm. It was just, what did I do on Friday? I don't remember. What did I do?
You were out
I went to a party.
Whoa. What was that like? I've heard of these things.
It was like my friend Kiwi. She's a delightful host, but she's the most entrenched in Hollywood person I've ever met,
So anyone could show up at her parties.
Well, that's the one. The last time I was at her party at Halloween, Tara Reid showed up at 2 a.m. This one was a lot more calm, but she's like throwing all these parties for the Golden Globes and all that. So you just kind of sit. But so I went to a party, but so I didn't watch it, and now I got to get caught up. However, I was lovely to see, I was delighted to see that one of the contestants is a fan of ours.
Dawn,
baby! Shout out to Dawn, who apparently listens to the podcast.
Still, I love, many things to say about Dawn.
Okay.
Because we have messaged a little bit. Absolutely fantastic. I enamored by Dawn.
I immediately I immediately texted a couple friends I will watch Drag Race with, like Steve and stuff, and went, I haven't watched it yet, but like, is Dawn cool? Because
that's the thing.
Dawn's a fan, and I got him, and he was like, she's awesome.
I hadn't watched the episode when I saw that Dawn was doing like a parade interview, and they asked favorite influencer, and they said us,
Grace, Helbig, and Mamrie Hart.
Old school, that they still listen to the podcast. I love the word still.
I know.
I was like, yes, that's great, Dawn. And then I hadn't watched the episode. I watched the episode. I was like, please let Dawn be cool.
Please let Dawn be cool.
Turns out Dawn
Dawn is cool.
Dawn is really cool.
Okay.
Dawn is
yeah.
really, really cool. And I
Okay,
was like,
sweet.
damn, if I didn't already have like the ego hit from Dawn saying they liked us.
I know.
I'd be really into this drag queen.
I know, you're like, oh
independently.
my God, yay, you like us. Oh, did you get the pork chop? No, you're good? Oh, fantastic.
I am delighted and intrigued and excited to watch Dawn on this season.
Excited to cheer Dawn on. Yes. And no, I definitely, sent a little message and she responded like, one of those like, you are mother or something. I was like, I'll take it.
Well, yeah.
I'll take it.
I will take whatever the tagline is. This season, I will say, watching, it's every season now. They're young queens.
They're so young.
I am an old woman. Well, I know people hate when people say that, but I do feel like intimidated by the fact that they are a younger generation that I do not fully understand.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. And also my big thing now when I watch Drag Race is I can get really, judgy older woman because I'm very much like, but culture, right? And like you've seen John Waters films, right? And RuPaul's actual start and like how so I get very much like you better know the culture. You better have seen Paris is Burning. You better know, and then not just be I'm a makeup artist.
Right, I'm on TikTok doing this, that, and the other.
There we go. Because was it Sugar and Spice who, God bless them, I love them, but people would be like, are you getting any of these references?
Yeah, but then that's also kind of their shtick.
Endearing.
And they are charming. So
I'm excited to watch. I will watch it later tonight, and then
it's a split premiere, so it's only the first 6. Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
I hate when they do that.
People are torn. People are split on the split premiere. Yeah.
I understand that it gives you an opportunity to get to know the queens as opposed to it being just like, holy shit, there was just so many personalities on the TV that I don't remember any. Yeah. However, I don't like when they do. Here's why I don't like when they do the split. Is because then there's automatically this vibe that's set in the workroom as if they're on 2 different teams.
Yes.
And they'll be like, well, we got here first. And it's like,
it's
you're
like
actually
Survivor dynamics.
Yeah, but it's like you're all on the same, you're all against each other.
Well, also speaking of Survivor dynamics, and not to make this our reality episode.
Listen, we're
hesitant to talk about this 15 minutes later with a full thesis about why this season is different. They're bringing back immunity, which I don't think, watch the seasons that had immunity. I think immunity stopped after like season 4 or 5. I think 5.
But there's immunity idols. What do you mean they didn't have immunity?
That if you win, you have immunity. I have to do my, but you can use it at any point.
Oh, it's not like just for that tribal council?
Yeah, I have to look more into this because apparently, I don't know if this is
an immunity
true,
idol.
But Alyssa Edwards did such a bad impersonation of Katy Perry during Snatch Game that they took immunity out of the program. But correct me if I'm wrong. That might be entirely wrong. I think it was Alyssa Edwards. I'm not sure.
Wait.
And I don't think I watched that season. I think I started watching the season that followed that. So I have no reference for immunity.
On Survivor?
No, on Drag Race.
You said Survivor. That's why I was confused. I was like, they've always had it.
No, sorry. No, I meant the other Survivor quality that Drag Race is using this season.
Got it.
Yeah. Do you remember immunity on Drag Race? I don't.
If you said to me, hey, remember immunity on Drag Race? I'd say, I don't remember her.
Yeah. They're also...
That was a good joke.
That was great. That's actually a great drag name.
It is. Remember, I used to do a character on our sketch team. We're talking late 2000s.
Yeah.
Named Custody Battles.
Yeah. Well, there is. I don't want to. Okay. I do. Now I don't want to just talk about. But
I know.
Well, anyway, I thought it was an excellent premiere. Great queens.
Okay.
Love me some Dawn and all the other queens. Like it was great.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was great.
Fantastic.
Support for today's episode comes from MicroDo Gummies. If you do not know MicroDo Gummies, you should know MicroDo Gummies. MicroDo Gummies deliver perfect entry-level doses of THC that help you feel just the right amount of good. Yeah, this is right up my alley. I love these gummies because you can take half a microdose gummy during the day and it'll help you stay centered and fresh, or they can help you relax at night and really be present present for the moment instead of worrying about things from the day that happened or worrying about things from the decade before this current one that happened. Anyone else have that constant cycle of worry at night? Well, why don't you try a MicroDose gummy and see how it works out for you? Especially because you can get 30% off your first order plus free shipping today at microdose.com. Promo code TMGW. It's available nationwide. That's microdose.com. Promo code TMGW for 30% off and free shipping. Again, microdose.com. Promo code TMGW.
I'm sure I'm not alone here, and that one of my resolutions and one of the goals I would like to do is I want to save money, eat better, stress less, and all of that can be helped by HelloFresh, okay? HelloFresh is here to help you do all of those things and make 2024 easy breezy with a little lemon squeezy because it is delicious, okay? Say hello to your most delicious year yet with fresh ingredients and chef-crafted recipes at a price you're gonna like, delivered right to your door. You guys, some people might think, oh, you're having meals delivered to your house. Oh, okay, money bags. No, it's actually cheaper. Plus, they send you perfectly portioned ingredients so that you're not wasting, because that's another one of mine. I'm not trying to waste this year. When I first started doing HelloFresh, I was like, oh, but I'm gonna run out of vegetarian things. It's always gonna be the same thing. No, baby. Okay, you can go on HelloFresh.com and see the menus for the weeks coming up, and they have so many different options. Whether you're trying to be low carb, low calorie, high protein, vegetarian, vegan, they got it all. They've got quick and easy. You know, they tell you this is only gonna take 20 minutes, which I really respect. But this week they've got one pan, we love to hear it, smashed black bean tacos with creamy slaw, pickled onion, and red pepper crema. Or what about this? This old Hall of Famer dish. It's the apricot, almond, and chickpea tagine with zucchini, basmati rice, and chermoula. A nice herb-packed punch for lunch, baby. They have so much stuff for me as a vegetarian and so many other add-ons too. They've got breakfast. Okay. Have you ever had a breakfast sent to you? They've got lemon ricotta pancakes with syrup and cream that comes with a spinach orange salad. You guys, I don't even like waking up in the mornings, and I would get up early to eat that. So if you want to give it a try, go to HelloFresh.com/TMGW free and use the code TMGW free for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. That's a free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/TMGW free with code TMGW free. You guys, it's America's #1 meal kit for a reason. Let me see.
Wait, so did you watch the Golden Globes? I did not watch it.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is I went to Palm Springs on Saturday.
Yeah.
To go to my, I went on Sunday morning.
What is today?
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
I know. Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. Is I went to Palm Springs Sunday morning to go see my friend who is our friend who is in the Palm Springs Film Fest movie premiere. And so I have thought yesterday was Saturday, today is Sunday. I have had no concept of day of the week at all.
Yep.
So when I started seeing acceptance speeches from the Golden Globes, I was like, when did they move it to Saturday?
Yeah,
I haven't watched it.
Haven't watched it. Heard the comedian that hosted is getting negative feedback. And I've seen little bits and pieces. My suggestion is that they should get rid of host completely and just give out a couple awards and then go right to the fan cams. Like, that's the best part of the show, when they have the cameras on everyone mingling with each other in the room.
All I want to hear is one of them accidentally pick up a fart.
So that's the big drama one. There was like Timothée Chalamet and Kylie
kissed.
They were being all cutesy, but then there's this big drama around Selena and Taylor and Taylor's friend all talking, and people thought Selena was saying that she wanted to take a photo with Timothy, and Kylie said no.
It's been debunked.
It's been debunked. It caught fire so fast that Selena's team had to come out and be like, okay, no, stop. But I will say, I watched the
Selena. Selena blinks and people are like, oh God.
Can you imagine?
She's so mean.
I can't even, I watched her documentary about her struggle with mental health. I thought it was incredible, the vulnerability of her putting herself out there in that capacity.
And lupus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I cannot even wrap my very therapized brain around being the most followed person on Instagram.
Insanity.
Is it her or Ronaldo? One of them. But she's like the most followed woman on Instagram, or at least was at one point. I cannot fathom having that much influence, having that much unintentional power, and having that many eyes scrutinizing you constantly. I would never leave my house. I don't know what I would do.
I have fallen into, I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud of this. I have fallen into both a Twitter and a TikTok, like the Selena versus Hailey Bieber feud.
Yeah, that went off like crazy.
Listen, I'm sure there have been moments that were intentionally snarky on both sides, but the side-by-sides they were trying to do of like, look at Selena copying her looks, or look at Hailey copying Selena. You know,
or they're like, she's using this song with these lyrics to say this about this person.
Was even less. This was more like, okay, one of them wore a bow in their hair 3 years ago. So now the other one's like, what are you supposed to do?
Here's the issue. It's Taylor Swift's fault. Taylor Swift.
Damn, you are not throwing your girl under a bus.
No, not under a bus. She's too smart for this world. Like the problem, or too calculated, too constructed in some way. Her Easter eggs that she puts in everything have conditioned a certain audience to be on the hunt for things that connect, like a murder mystery.
Okay, yeah, we have got a generation of Harriet the Spies.
And I want to be like, no offense to any of these women, I don't think they're putting the mental energy into trying to put this Easter egg of shade into any of their social media posts.
They're all rich and insanely busy. And even when we were at our busiest, it was a microscopic, like,
fragment,
the tiniest cell in an elephant compared to like what they do.
That's what I mean.
I would be so tired.
So tired. And they also have so many people working for them that now it's become a thing where Selena's people have to come out and get ahead of like the army that's now going against Kylie Jenner, of being like, no, she didn't say that, but I will say I saw the clip. There's something emotional being shared.
It looks a little gossipy. However, I went on E! Right before we started this, which I've said before. You go on e.com, the number one story will be like Kylie Jenner sneezed.
I know there's an entire like vertical dedicated to Taylor Swift and to the Kardashians.
But so it says that she said, I told Taylor about two of my friends who hooked up. Not that that's anyone's business. That's what Selena has said.
Saying. Okay.
Yeah.
But see,
it says it's not true. An insider told you, but who knows? Yeah. It says it's not true. She went up and asked for a photo. She never even saw them.
See, this is why we just need no host, just that roving camera collecting absolutely out of context interactions between high profile people.
You know, they might not have been able to take the pressure, but you know who I have enjoyed the most in the red carpet and press coverage of the Golden Globes is recess therapy. Those little kids.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, it's an Instagram account. I love it.
Like, is this a form of therapy?
No, it's this one guy. He started this Instagram account called Recess Therapy, where he essentially interviews little kids.
Oh yeah,
but they had some of the like the top little kids be there to interview people, and it was so funny.
How charming!
It was adorable. Okay, couple of things. Oh, okay. So I go to Palm Springs. Shout out to Sav Rogers. He is the director of this movie, Chasing Amy. Have you ever seen Chasing Amy?
No.
It's a Kevin Smith movie, like back in the 90s.
No, I haven't seen it.
It was like a big deal because the premise, it's Ben Affleck and Joey, I can't remember her full name. And the idea is that he falls in love with a girl and she's a lesbian and he doesn't know like how to take it. And so it was very like ahead of its time.
Okay.
However, it got a lot of backlash because in the end, she does end up with him.
Oh.
And so actual lesbians were like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, this wouldn't happen.
This is like, why are we so underrepresented in film, and then when we finally get represented and there's finally a movie getting attention, it's by a cis white straight man.
Right.
And his like fantasy.
Yeah.
You know?
And the reward is that she becomes a heterosexual.
Yeah. And so it was all this. But so there's this filmmaker, Sav Rogers, who's like obsessed with the movie growing up, because first time he saw queer representation and decided to do a documentary to like try to talk to Kevin Smith and the actors and find out like why he cares about this movie so much.
Wow.
But it was fascinating.
Cool.
Because it premiered at Tribeca and it's all over, but it's fascinating because Sav transitioned during the making of the movie. It was over the course of like 4 years and got married to his girlfriend, now wife, Riley.
Wow.
Which I met them after the show, and both of them go, we met on Tumblr. We know who you are.
Deep cut.
They're like, we were both Tumblr kids. We know who you and Grace are.
Deep cut.
But anyway, it was just so fascinating because it was like the whole plot of Chasing Amy was I'm in love with a lesbian and you know, and then now it's like Sav transitioned. So he's technically in love with, his wife is a lesbian.
Yeah. Wow.
It was fascinating. Anyway, all that to say, it was great. Hung out, went and got a bunch of drinks with, that was one of my hall passes.
Right.
That was
you
one of my
talked
hall
about
passes.
it last week, Damp Jan.
So that was one of my hall passes, and now I'm back on the straight and narrow. But so I'm with Matt and like a couple other people.
Yeah.
But we're like, okay, they're going to the Filmmakers Party. I was like, I'm gotta call it a night.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired. So I'm dropping them off at the Filmmakers Party, and he's like, just come in for one. I'm like, oh, okay. He gives me the address. He's like, just come in for one. I'm like, okay, fine. I was like, if anything, maybe I'll get a podcast or they always do that. So we go in to this bar in a hotel that's like a Hilton or something, right? And it's immediately just kind of like a sad scene. Oh. Like it doesn't feel like, I wasn't expecting a Sundance party. Yeah. But we were like, what's up? Matt literally texts the rest of his team and goes, are y'all here? This after party is pretty grim, right? And we're like, what is going? This vibe is so off. Yeah. We're like, there are so many yarmulkes. We were like, this is like was there like a big like film debuting with like Jewish filmmakers? What's happening? So we're like, what is going on? We leave. Grace, we were at the Central Conference for American Rabbis.
C-car, yeah.
What? We walk outside and we see a table with a sign in for the Central Conference of American Rabbis. We both start laughing so hard we fall on the ground crying. Like we had to look up and be like, we're not laughing at there's rabbis. We're laughing at the fact that we were like, this Filmmakers Party is so lame.
After party is pretty.
Why is it all 90-year-old men with?
Wait, did you just get the wrong address?
It was the wrong hotel.
Oh my God.
I mean, we were crying. I've just been texting him #grim. I was being like, this party sucks. And meanwhile, these rabbis were probably like, why are these people coming into our event and saying it sucks? The Central Conference for American Rabbis. Oh, man.
Wow.
I mean, I was crying.
I didn't know that they met in Palm Springs like that.
I took a knee. I was laughing so hard.
Oh my God. How long were you there for?
Like 10 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, we were like, do we get a drink? This party sucks. Meanwhile, imagine being a rabbi being like, why are they here?
Why are these people here?
Saying our party sucks.
Yeah, please make them leave. Jesus.
It absolutely. I was like, look, I haven't been going to film festivals in a while, but this feels different.
This feels
like a Hilton full of rabbis.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, it's exactly what it is. Oh, this is an exorbitant amount of yarmulkes for one Filmmakers Party?
Wow.
Oh, God, it killed me.
Wow, what a scene.
But I drank, and I drank good. And, and I drank it good to the point where yesterday, by the end of the day, I put it all together. I took myself to brunch. I got like a scramble with hash browns and stuff. Yeah. I only ate the hash browns.
Okay.
And then I met Matt, and we got like homemade potato chips.
Yep.
And then I went to dinner, and I got jackfruit crab cakes that came with mixed greens. And I said, can you sub them out for mashed potatoes?
Excellent.
And then I got into the hotel, and I had like the mini bars Zapp's potatoes. I had potatoes Excellent. 4 different times yesterday.
Potatoes 4 ways.
Potatoes 4 ways. And every single way was great.
That's my ideal diet.
Right?
That sounds amazing.
So
wow.
That was really fun.
Excellent. What a treat. What a true treat. Do you ever feel like money is just flying out of your account and you have no idea where it's going? Well, guess what? I think I have an idea. It's all those subscriptions. Think about it. Between streaming services, fitness apps, delivery services, parenting apps, if you're one of those people with a smaller people in your house. It's endless. We're all guilty of this. So why not use Rocket Money to help you find out what subscriptions you're actually spending money on? It is eye-opening. And you can have them cancel the ones that you don't want anymore. Listen, Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower bills. What's not to like? You can see all of your subscriptions in one place, and if you see something you don't want, you can cancel it with just a little tap. You never have to get on the phone with customer service. I love that. This introverted lady absolutely positively loves that. They'll even try to get you a refund for the last couple months of wasted money and negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is take a picture of your bill and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. Wow. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/TMGW. That's rocketmoney.com/TMGW. rocketmoney.com/TMGW.
You guys, forget generic gifts that just create clutter. You don't need more stuff. And let me instead recommend a gift that's truly as unique as your relationship. A professionally recorded song crafted just for them. Yes, a unique song just for them. You guys, let me tell you all about SongFinch. SongFinch is the ultimate gift to show how much you care. It's an original, studio quality song inspired by your story that's completely unique, personal, and lasts forever. It walks you through this simple 4-step process to create it. So all you got to do is you tell them who the song is for, you provide some personal details, and you let them know the type of song you want. We got genres. We got feelings. Do you want it inspiring? Do you want it uplifting? Do you want it romantic? Do you want it hip hop? Do you want it country? Do you want it pop? You pick your favorite SongFinch artist, or if it's too much pressure, you can get matched with one, and they're gonna pour their heart into writing, recording, and producing your original song in just 4 to 7 days. They've got special add-ons where you can commemorate the occasion with a vinyl recording of your song. How friggin' cool is that? One-of-a-kind art crafted from your lyrics, or adding your song to streaming services so you can more easily surprise your unsuspecting recipient. It is so much fun. The community of talented artists and every original song they create, there's over 300,000 of them, is so unique and the perfect gift. I maybe put in an order for one for a certain podcast co-host, and it could not have been simpler. I'm waiting to get it. So next time you hear me do one of these ads, I will definitely share it with you. But I just said, it's for a little someone whose name starts with G. I want it to be hip hop. I want it to be uplifting. I want it to be fun. And I want to commemorate just a little something she did last year. So if you want to give it a try, which I highly think you should, for a limited time, SongFinch is letting our listeners upload their song on Spotify for free so you can listen to your new favorite song anywhere you go. Go to songfinch.com/TMGW and start your song. After you purchase, you're going to be prompted to add Spotify streaming to your original song for free. That's a $50 value. So this offer is only available for our listeners at our special URL, songfinch.com/TMGW. That's songfinch.com/TMGW. Don't wait. Get started now. Don't tell Grace I got her that song. Okay? That is still a surprise.
Another treat that I wrote down in my phone.
Yeah.
I took Beans and Larry to the vet a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Oh, not a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago. Friday.
Last time we recorded, it was right after. Yeah.
Oh, was it last Tuesday? Time is an illusion.
I know.
You're right. I had to finish recording to go take them to the vet.
Yes.
So anyway, we go. I've loved this vet. This is Beans' first vet.
This is the vet that took selfies with Beans the first time.
Yeah. Dr. Nunes.
Yeah.
This is the vet that has photoshopped photos through his office that's just Vogue covers with his chihuahua on it.
Yes.
But so anyway, nothing weird happened with Dr. Nunes except that Larry gained 1.5 pounds. And he said, as a joke, would you like some Ozempic?
Such a Beverly Hills.
Literally, it's located in Beverly Hills. It's on North Robertson. It is across the street from Sir Lounge.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like I
right
stare
in the
at
heart
Sir
of culture
as I park at my vet. But anyway, so I'm waiting in the lobby, and Beans and Larry they're taken back. They're getting little whatever their boosters they needed were.
Yeah.
Mortadella or that one that always sounds like a salami meat.
Or like a wine. Yeah. I think it's got the L's in it at the end.
It always sounds delicious.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there, and then I watch the front desk woman answer the phone and goes, because Dr. Nunes was the only vet there because they were coming back out of vacation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I hear go, no, he can't see you today. Like he's fully booked. He's the only vet on staff. We'll have to do it another time. No, I'm sorry. Like he is back to back to back. We can't today. Cut to 15 minutes later, this woman hobbles in with a cat and goes, well, I know you didn't want to see me here today.
No. Oh, no.
The cat is, Grace, for 20 minutes, the cat is,
oh, no. Oh.
like pissed,
Poor
right?
thing.
So she goes, didn't want to see me here today. She's like, oh, I told you that Dr. Nunes booked back. She goes, I'll wait. And she goes, I'm checking in for Thelma, the cat.
Excellent already.
And then she goes, I think I might have broken her tail.
Oh, no.
But
poor
then,
thing.
come to it, the cat's fine. She just
Okay.
meant that Thelma freaked out when they were getting out of the car now. She wasn't
okay.
bringing her in for a broken tail.
Okay,
that would have been
okay.
an emergency
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
She just wanted to like have an appointment and she wasn't scheduled, right? So then I sit there. This cat's going fucking off. And I just watch this woman speak to the cat. I start writing it down.
Yeah.
She just says, oh, shut up. She says, I don't want to be here either. and then they like someone like looked and she just goes, she doesn't like to be held. And she goes, her sister's totally different. And then she looks back at Thelma going wild and goes, oh, stop it. You can't come out. I have to sit here too, you know.
This is like, I get it. Like, that is like, I have full conversations with Goose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Thelma. But like this cat was going, I just loved it. It was like, they told her no.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not going to hear that.
I'm coming in. I'm going to see for myself and you can't. A protest.
I really, my one regret from listening was not finding out if her name was Louise.
Right. I know. Thelma's such a specific name that you're like, this wasn't an accident.
It was perfect.
How cute. That's like the last time I took Goose to the vet. This has never happened before. Well, taking Goose to the vet is
you have to trank Goose.
she gets a sedative in the morning and then we drive to the vet and she'll get progressively sleepier and then I have to put the muzzle on her there and then I have to have Elliot go inside and let them know that she's here and can we create like a space and like can we wait in the car until they have a spot ready for her. And because in the past she would have the sedative and the doctor, like it's a VCA animal hospital.
Yeah,
so
that's what I go to.
Yeah, so they rotate doctors, at least at this one that I go to. So, but this new guy is like great because he is able to like contain her a little bit more than the vet that we had previously. And is very chill and understands Elliot's jokes about like Goose unfortunately living until forever.
Yeah.
But this and in the past she has like, you know, doctors have come out and been like you could hear them out of breath after dealing with her. So I'm just always on guard of being like, this is difficult. I'm sorry to everyone. I'm sorry. And this time around, they came around the corner and they were like, she did great. And they handed me a certificate of bravery for Goose, a piece of paper, a printed out certificate. I've never seen them even do this to any dog.
That is
Elliot
amazing.
and I start cracking up. And then we're like, is this a joke?
Of bravery.
Did she do? They were like, she was honestly excellent this time.
Oh
Because she's getting
gosh.
older.
Yeah.
So she doesn't fight the sedative as much as she used to. But yeah, I have now since framed the certificate of bravery and I've put it up above her bed. It is the silliest because I sit there like a nervous wreck. Like I'm a wreck the days that we have to take her to the vet because I'm just so worried.
You're just so worried
about
she's gonna like bite someone or be
bite
scared
someone or like another animal or she's gonna like, and that I just feel bad that she's so scared and she'll just shake in the back of the car and all of that. And I just get very, and Elliot's fine with everything, but I just get very like, something like there's too many variables. And this was just like so silly. I was like, I can't. Like, is this? Did she do something really bad?
Say, you got a certificate of bravery. I got Dr. Nunes looking in Beans' ears with a thing and going, you could grow potatoes in there. When's the last time you washed your ears? I'm like, I wash them, but they're satellite dishes.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to stick stuff down there. You got the little fluid.
Yeah.
Speaking of like dogs and dog sitters, this made me laugh. I told you I get the most random emails from Mary because I'm on her list, which is not BCC'd.
Yep.
That'll just be like, oh, I used to love this song with a YouTube link. to like a Chubby Checker song. Like it's constant. This one particularly cracked me up because the subject line starts with "from Mary."
Great.
It's like we see who it's from. Mary.
I love it. She's got it, you know, that'll make you open the email.
This was not a song I'd ever heard. It was just the YouTube link.
Okay.
But the subject line is "from Mary." This was one of those overplayed hits of the 70s that we got really sick of. But the dude just died, so in remembrance.
Why not?
But the dude just died, so in remembrance.
Like, I hate this, but this guy died, so here you go.
So in tribute. I was like, Jesus, Mary.
Damn, Mary. I love it. I love what she decides to send to everyone.
Oh my God.
Oh, we went to the zoo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I started reading your Patreon post and I have to finish it.
Yeah, it was like very fun. Elliot, like I said, he wanted to like see animals. And so I was like, this is a funny first step. We'll just go to the San Diego Zoo and it'll be an easy trip for us. And it was super fun. I literally was so naive in like going on a Thursday driving over being like, it'll probably be empty.
It'll probably be empty when people are still on vacation.
Billions of people.
Of course.
And I literally did not even think about the fact that children love zoos and it's made for children.
Yeah,
basically.
It's kind of their thing.
I was like, oh man, strollers are a crazy device these days. They're like little cars everywhere and they are so cumbersome looking. It's crazy. It was really fun. It was very cool. The zoo itself was just like upbeat and vibrant and clean and the animals were all like out and great. But I was like, we went into the hummingbird exhibit, the hummingbird house and the butterfly exhibit. Have you ever been in like a butterfly?
Where they land on you?
I do not understand how there's not more swatting going on.
I agree.
We were waiting in line to go in, and the whole time I kept looking at Elliot being like, I don't know if I should do this because my nerve endings are a little frayed right now. And if I get nervous by like a shadow coming near me and I swat a butterfly in front of a child, that's going to ruin our days.
Yeah.
But we were in there and I was like, this is so beautiful. But I was also
You're scared.
like,
You're scared of the butterflies.
And I brought my vlog camera and I was like, just film with your camera so your arms are busy. Like give your hands something to do so you're not swatting. But I literally was like, okay, this is cool. We got to go. Because I just do not trust my reactions right now.
Listen, I agree.
Yeah.
I went to one at, I think it's the Museum of Natural History in New York.
Yeah.
And it was gorgeous and beautiful and whatnot. But I've been in like not an apiary. Is apiary bees?
Aviary?
An aviary.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
no,
the thing.
thank you.
This blew my mind that there was just some lawlessness about this zoo where like you could walk into the aviary trail, what they called, and it's like there's two doors in the entrance and the exit. And basically one door opens, you go to this holding area until that door
So don't let the birds out.
Right. And I'm just like, there's no one guarding this. There's no like employee that's like supervising this.
I could steal a flamingo.
Oh my God, I could let them all out as many as I wanted. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I do not understand, one, how people aren't like, I don't know, there aren't more incidents with the birds.
I agree. Especially because there's so many children.
Right. And then I was like, is this just a reflection of my bad brain of just being like, my immediate thought is all of the terrible things that could happen to
Oh,
these
I
animals.
just pictured strangling a penguin. I don't want to do that. But like, what if I accidentally did?
What if I freak out?
What if I freak out, something touches me, and I go, and they're like, there's 3 of those left in the world.
I mean, I'm all limbs.
Yeah.
My body at this point is all limbs, and my peripheral vision and my balance is not reliable at this point. So,
But also, the idea of letting children in.
that's what I mean.
Because I would absolutely swat a bug dead.
Right.
If I was a kid.
Right. If I'm going to grab and crunch a butterfly to see it.
That was really #grim.
Yeah, see, as an adult, I get the luxury of having those thoughts and not acting on them.
Yes.
But the children,
The children.
I don't know.
Wait, so there was a contained hummingbird area?
Yeah, it was another little house or
was a
exhibit that
walkthrough?
you walk through, and it was just all these birds, hummingbirds, and all these other birds, and they're like deep swooping and diving all around you. That I was like, whoa! Like if I'm in here, and people that love birds.
Yeah.
Fucking love birds.
They fucking love birds.
We turned the corner. We were like having a goofy time. And then there was just like a group of 4 people that had been in the building for a while, you could tell, just observing these birds that I was like, these are bird people.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't want to like be a silly little bitch around these bird people that are
I'm not a silly little
the-
bird bitch. No, I get it. I feel like people who love bird watching, which of course, mid-pandemic, I threatened to get into it.
Yeah, of course.
You know, there's one guy in my neighborhood that you'll just see him sitting on the curb. And for a while there, I thought he was homeless or something.
Yeah.
And then one day I went by and I saw he had like a whole setup. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, shh. Because there was some bird that he'd scoped out. It's a very patient type of person.
Yes.
That I don't know if the payoff is worth it to me. Like we went to dinner and we were talking about going on a safari.
Yeah.
Like that is, let me be patient because I get to see a cheetah. Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You know, but let me be patient so I can see a finch.
Right.
Fuck off.
Yep. There it is. Yeah. See, I think about it the same way that like the Pokemon game is, where you go outside and then
catch them all.
You're catching different varieties, but you're catching at a speed that keeps you entertained. So that's like the patience factor. Like I remember last summer when I was down in Palm Springs, I got into a rhythm of waking up early and going for runs. And there's like this reserve area nearby where we live. And one morning there was just like a group of maybe like, I don't know, 10 adults all walking this trail like in a line, and they all had like binoculars.
That's cute.
And they were all wearing like different shades of like beige. Like I don't think it was a purposeful thing. It's just like bird watchers like literally flocked together.
They flocked to khaki.
Yeah. And I was like running by them and being like, I'm so glad you guys have each other. Like there's a bit of jealousy about the camaraderie that they shared over this like shared hobby. They were all just walking and talking, and each of them had different like viewing devices like on their person.
I'm gonna give it another shot.
You know what? Yeah, don't discount it.
Because here's the deal. I really enjoyed foraging.
Right.
When I went to a couple of those classes, which is just walking in the woods looking for stuff and then talking about it and pointing it out.
Same thing.
I do like a morning where no one talks. You know what? Maybe I do need to get more into hobbies that are quiet.
Yeah. A little bit more like patience.
Yeah, balance out the Salt Lake City, finales. The screaming that I listen to for sport.
I mean,
I know
that I don't even want to talk about it because we might talk about it on a different episode, but good Lord.
All I know is that it started heating up so much. Like I started seeing how crazy it was going to be.
Yeah.
That Chip was, because sometimes he'll play video games or something and I'll watch something on my headphones.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to the back house. I was like, I need to not be contained to headphones.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to figure out if we're going to do that.
I know. You had texted me that finale with the eyeball emoji, and Elliot and I were watching TV, so I wasn't going to make him watch it. So I was like, I haven't watched it yet. I woke up first thing in the morning and watched it like 7:30 in the morning.
See, I've never watched a Real Housewives in the morning. For some reason, that franchise happens after dark for me. Like the sun has to set.
Yeah, it's not good, I think, for your mental health to just hear that amount of screaming first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah. But wow, that was a form of entertainment. Even Jennifer Lawrence's shouted it out.
Speaking of on the red carpet, she was talking. She loves a Real Housewife.
She loves it.
And now we know Jen Shaw gave her the black eye.
I know.
Oh God, we'll save it.
Sorry,
we'll save it.
We're on the fence, back and forth.
Oh man.
Woo.
I don't have much else to say. I'm kind of tired today, and I'm supposed to go to yoga in 40 minutes.
God bless.
Because of those potatoes.
Where our house is hopefully going to turn into a hot yoga studio, and our heat will be
When is it actually coming on?
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a 1-day thing or a 2-day thing. So I'm just like keeping all of my expectations open.
Okay.
To whatever happens. But it's getting fixed.
But they're there today?
Oh, yeah. They've been in there all day today. Yeah. They've been in there all day doing some great work from what it looks like.
You got your heat being fixed. You've got your parents calling us saying, how do we turn this hot tub on?
I know. Every time I touch my forehead, I forget that there's just a little bump with a Band-Aid over it.
Look at us. We're doing great.
Thriving in the year 2024 over here.
Absolutely. Oh, I forgot I was wearing the hat of the movie I went to.
Yeah, there it is. Chasing Amy. Nice.
Anyway, I feel like we should end this thing.
Yeah. Hopefully we figure out when and how we're doing the reality episodes, because there's some good TV on right now for
There
it.
is. And shout out to the Central Conference for American Rabbis.
Yes.
Thank you for having us. It was fantastic. Thanks to Dawn for
Yes,
giving us a
Dawn.
shout. We're so excited.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird.
Yeah.